For Renegade rows, you're going to start in a plank position up on your hands. Make sure that you have your wrist directly underneath the elbow and the shoulder. You don't want to be too far behind or too far in front, as this will put a lot of pressure on the shoulder joint. I'll show you from the front here so you can see the nice stacked line. You want to make sure that your hips are not raised above the rib cage or dipping below. Try to create a nice straight line that goes from your shoulders to your hips down to your feet. Take one hand, row directly back to the hip, and then place it back down to the floor. You want to put the majority of your body weight in that opposite hand, and you should be trying to keep your hips parallel to the floor. You don't want to open up that working hip as you row. Make sure both hips and both shoulders face the floor throughout. Give your feet a nice decent stance, especially when you start to use a dumbbell with these. You want to make sure that your weight stays forward in the hands and you're not pushing your hips back up to the sky. Looking from the front view, you'll be able to see that my feet are just outside the hips to give me a nice balancing base, and my elbow is rowing directly back and tight to the side. You don't want to be flaring that elbow outward. Think about rowing that hand to the hip and keeping your elbow grazing against your rib cage as you complete your row.